guys, welcome back. You are with Vibing with Dage. Thank you for choosing my channel. Make sure you're commenting, liking, subscribing, and reposting and all that. So welcome to my channel. I am still newly fresh with the StoryTime thing, but I'm going to take out my hair. It's New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's Eve for one. I'm gonna take out my hair and stuff while I talk to y'all and tell y'all about this story time, which I'm really excited about. But I'm also finna get my hair retwisted in another hour or two. But I wanted to push out some content and record this video before I got ready for New Year's and stuff like that. And I just want to be more consistent coming into this New Year. So I'm really excited. So let's get started. This is story time. Yeah, I can't multitask, but I'm gonna try really hard. This is the story time about the time I went to North Carolina. I had a trip in North Carolina with some, I wouldn't call them friends. They're not friends anymore. Heavy on the no friend. I wouldn't call them friends. Well, back then they was my friends. Let me be honest. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Back then they were my friends. I'm gonna give them their props. No flowers to be gave, but I'm gonna give them their props and we're gonna call it a day. It's not my best friend. I'm still cool with my best friend. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna give y'all a little background so y'all kind of understand the situation a little bit more. So basically, when I was in this was around high school, which was only like a few years for me. This was around high school time, and I had a group of friends. And we met mostly from ROTC and stuff. And they were in a grade ahead of me. They were in a grade ahead of me. So I kind of got added into their group. And it was cool. It was me and, let me get this boy a name, because y'all will be hearing about him a lot. My ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna name him Robert. My ex-boyfriend, Robert. Let's call him Robert. Me and him were kind of like added into the group because we were in the same grade, and I knew Robert since like middle school. So we got an RTC, we became like really kind of known in RTC, and then we added our, like, I wouldn't say added ourselves, but they added us in the group and we became friends. So at one point, you know, in a group of friends, you have certain sections that you're cool with. So at one point, I was closer to more people than I was. So everybody who went, it's a lot. So everybody who went was my best friend that y'all saw on my channel. If you watch my vlog, make sure you go watch that. It was my best friend. It was my boyfriend at the time. It was, I'm trying to give, I don't want to give y'all too much. It was this one couple. We're gonna call them A and B because they're in the story, but not as much as you need them to be. And this isn't really about them anyway. So we can call them A and B. That was a couple too. A and B was a couple. B being the boy, A being the girl. Make it easy. And it was also this girl who is gonna be really important in this story because she's wilding. She was wilding out, y'all. I'm gonna name her Sasha. I don't know why. So we're gonna name her Sasha. She's a really important part. The issue with me and Sasha, we were not completely cool when we went on this trip. Because at the time, once again, I was dating Robert at the time. And for some reason, Robert had a real issue with boundaries, I would say. And him and her would give off the vibe of they're dating more than him dating me. And I brought it to her attention. I brought it to his attention. And obviously, I didn't get the reaction I should have got in that, especially from the support from my boyfriend that I didn't get. But being the dumb teenager I let it go and I just stayed with him. I don't know why. We all do those dumb things. So, don't mind me. We all do dumb things. We all do dumb things, y'all. Don't even, because this story is it's gonna broadcast the idiocy. I don't even know that's a word, but the idiot that I was then. But yeah, so me and her weren't cool at the time. We were not cool. We just went on the same trip, all this foolishness. And then it was her best friend, Callie. It was her best friend, Callie. But once again, it was her best friend, Callie. And then it was another boy. He was really in the story. So we're just gonna call him boy. He really wasn't in the story for me. For my side of the story, he wasn't really in it, and he didn't really have anything to do with it, to be honest with you. So I'm not even finna include him in something, right? So just to refresh, it was my boyfriend at the time, Robert. It was A and B being the boy and A being the girl couple. It was boy, and then it was Callie and Sasha. Okay, Sasha, is the main one we'll be talking about, and then Callie was her best friend. I hope you're following that. I hope you're following, because it's finna get started. Okay, so basically what happened was, my best friend Kendra at the time was on the way. Well, she was about to leave for the military. Like, she was gonna leave for basic. So the plan was to have like a going away trip for her that me and her had planned originally. So me and her had planned the trip originally. Like, it was a 2-man trip. It was a 2-person trip to North Carolina or Charlotte. We were planning the trip. And the thing is, with me and my best friend, when we plan stuff, we plan stuff. And then the thing is, we hate last minute stuff, and we hate when we're trying to work out a situation and people can't get their money up. Or it's like we're trying to talk to you about the situation and it's a yes or no. Like, it's a yes and no. If we're asking you to go, it's a yes or no. We don't know who's going for sure. And we don't like stuff like that. So it was really frustrating. So me and her had originally planned a 2-man trip, right? I can't remember exactly how it happened, but basically somebody from that group of people I listed told everybody else, I think. Or no, I think it's, y'all don't quote me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to lie. Either it was somebody from that group told everybody else about it and then came, or it was originally supposed to be a group trip for everybody. And they couldn't get their stuff together, so me and Kendra started planning a 2-man trip. I think it was the second way around. I think they couldn't get their stuff together at first, and they couldn't give us a solid answer, so me and her started planning a 2-man trip, and we called it a day. That's literally probably what happened.
Guys, this is Future Deja. I just want to clear something up real quick. So I remember what happened now. So basically, it was the second way around, and they originally planned a trip for them. Because remember, I told y'all I was added into the group. They originally planned a trip for them that was supposed to be for Kendra, but they couldn't get their stuff together. And then what happened was Callie was crying and upset, y'all. Pure crying and upset because everybody wouldn't go, and she basically forced everybody to go. That's basically what happened. So, yeah.
So, we're planning this 2-man trip. We got our money, all this, right? So we finally decided everybody's going. Like, out of the group who said everybody was supposed to be going. The issue came in with the money at first too, because I think what happened was some people didn't send their money. And to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be messy in this. Sasha didn't pay for herself. I think Callie took that burden on and paid for her. And I'm pretty sure she never got that money back. Yeah, let me get you a little background on Sasha too, because it's whatever. I'm gonna give you a little background on Sasha on this. From my point of view, because I'm not here to badmouth somebody, I personally don't care about this girl. But I just want to be honest and be truthful. And the truth is, that girl, she was a real, like, dependent person. Like, she always expected people to pay stuff for her. She was always taking people clothes. It was like one of those situations. And at the time, I thought it was cool because we were all cool. But as it started going on, she just had a really bad attitude. And she always expected people to pay for her. And she was just very, I want to say privileged. Like, privileged, kind of prissy. But yeah, Callie had to sit there and pay for Sasha because Sasha didn't have the money to go. If that's what it is, it could have been she just didn't want to pay. It could have been that too, to be honest with you guys. So that was the situation first. But me and Kendra were mainly taking care of it. So when it came to paying and buying the Airbnb, me and Kendra, like, were head on that. Like, we were head. Like, we was making sure everything was straight and stuff like that, right?
Again, I see I'll be here a lot. Future Dage. Y'all, so let me tell you about the money situation with the Airbnb. So, with Airbnb, you could pay like a half fee and you could pay like the full fee later. So we was paying that half fee. But the whole situation with the Airbnb, we had bought one house, but I think something happened with it and we couldn't do it no more. And I had to go through so much with getting our money back from that one house to pay for another house, y'all. Like, I lost money in the process. Because I think we got, like I said, that house had like upstairs, downstairs, and everything. And it was a smooth little decent amount. I can't remember the amount at the time, like at the moment right now. But yes, and everything was going in and out of my account. So I had to call with the bank. I had to dispute some things. I had to get everything straight. And me and Kendra was helping with that. And them people, they did what? Nothing. They did what? Nothing. Not a thing. Continue.
So everybody So everybody in the group came, and then my best friend brought along her little yeah at the time, and she brought her brother at the time. Like, well, they brother and sister now. They brought their brother. I'm gonna call him Bud because we still kind of like cordial to this day. But I told him I was gonna make this, so he'd be all right. I'm gonna call him Bud. Bud is a really he's an important part of the story as well. He has his little parts, but I'm gonna put you in there. Yeah, guys, it's a lot, but I'll keep reminding y'all of who's who as we go on. So her little yeah was there, and then her brother, and then everybody else, right? So it came time to leave. I'm gonna fast forward. It came time to leave. So the original plan, y'all, let me tell y'all about this. The original plan was for them to meet up with us, and then we all drive down there together. But I think my best friend's little yeah at the time didn't get off work till a certain time. Yeah, he didn't get off work until after the time we were supposed to leave, and he needed to pick up his shit. Right? So let me tell you the car situation. So I drove, and in my car was my best friend, her little yeah, and her brother, and me, of course. I drove. And then in one car, at one car, it was my boyfriend at the time, Callie, and Sasha. For what? Why? I don't care anymore. Back then, I was just like, I'm just really confused on why I'm not riding with you if you're my boyfriend. But I'm so glad I didn't. And y'all will find out why. So, yeah, and Callie and Sasha in that car. And then it was A and B in one car. And then Boy drove by himself for some reason. I don't know why it was 3 people in one car. And he had to drive by himself. I don't know why. Oh, I did not mean to see that boy's name. I don't know why Boy couldn't just like ride with them, or somebody could have rode with Boy. I don't really know why that was like that. So we were supposed to meet up, right? But like I said, he got off late. Her little yeah had got off late, and we had to go get him and stuff like that. So they decided to leave us. And they were like, we're just gonna go to Charlotte, because they couldn't get in the house without Kendra, my best friend. They couldn't get in the house without Kendra, my best friend. So they were like, bro, we're just gonna go, and we're gonna go to Charlotte, and then whenever y'all get there, we'll just meet y'all there. My thing is, I don't understand why they couldn't just wait. I don't understand why they couldn't just wait, because it was a whole, like, I'm giving you a summarized version, but it was a whole debacle about when we were leaving, because I think Callie at the time had to work, so it was a whole fit about that. So I don't really know. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to sit there and call my best friend, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, so we get to the house or whatever, we go in. We pick out what rooms we're gonna be in and all that, and then we get situated. So me and my boyfriend at the time, Robert were sharing a room at the time, of course, because we were dating. We were sharing a room at the time, and then I think my best friend, her little yeah was across, and we had a basement and stuff too. So some people was in the basement. I think it was in a room next to me and Robert's room, and then his people were in the basement, and I think it was different rooms in the basement. It was a really big house, y'all, and we were in the mountains. Like, we were far in the mountains. Like, we was up a hill. It was nobody up there, right? And so the first night, me and Robert, like I said, we shared a room. The first night, y'all, let me tell y'all about this. The first night, we had sex, and immediately after, he broke up with me. He broke up with me. And let me tell y'all, at the time, I understood. And you know how, let me try to explain this to y'all. Because you know, if you ever been in a relationship, you know how you can kind of tell it's finna end. That's how I felt. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't stop me from being sad about it or having any emotional attached to it. But at some point, I could kind of feel the relationship like veering off and him not putting in as much effort as I was. And I kind of felt that. So I was still sad when he did break up with me, but I just feel like it takes a trifling type of person. Yeah, it takes a trifling type of person to sit there and break up with me on the first day of the trip. Like, I was sad the whole trip, y'all. This set off my trip because he broke up with me the day of, he broke up with me immediately after that. So that's what happened. So we did that. He broke up with me. We had a kind of a mini talk. We had kind of a mini talk about it, and we were gonna stay. We still stayed in the same room for a part of the trip, and we were gonna have a mini talk about it. Well, we had a mini talk about it, and then after that, A and B, after we were done and stuff, A and B came in and they started talking. So as the night go on, we were having fun playing games and stuff like that. So Robert got upset about something, and then he started, cause you know we were underage, so we don't drink. He started sipping on too much apple juice. He started sipping on a little too much apple juice, and he just started acting a fool. He started acting a fool, y'all. And at the time, I understand we had just broken up, but at the time that was still like, I still, you know, you be in that girlfriend mode and you have to immediately take care of somebody. So that whole first night, after he broke up with me, y'all, because I'm such a good person. After he broke up with me, he had got really messed up from that apple juice. He got really messed up from that apple juice, and he started acting a fool. Plainer to speak, he started acting a fool, and then I basically was taking care of him and make sure he was good. Y'all, it was bad, y'all. It was to the point where he was finna get in the shower with all his clothes on. He texted the group chat that we had. Well, excuse me, I wasn't in that group chat. I think. I don't remember who group. It was a group chat he had with other people in the house. I don't remember who was in the group chat. I don't personally care. Saying, thanks, Mom, for something. Yeah, the boy was tripping. And that whole night, I sat there and took care of him. Like, I made sure he was good, made sure he had a towel and everything. And I literally was up and down taking care of him. Okay, I didn't drink no apple juice, none of that. I didn't really have fun at all, but I was just making sure he was good, right? So the next day come about, I want to say, y'all, this is a while ago. I want to say we had went out to eat and stuff. I think that day we went out to eat and stuff, and I was still feeling some type of way. Because of the simple fact, here's the thing. After he broke up with me that day, because this was the next day, that next day, he started ignoring me. Like, he really started ignoring me. Like I said, we were in the same room, but he was barely in there, and he really started to ignore me. So you have to understand, from my standpoint, you just broke up with me, but you said we were still cool and we could still talk, but you're ignoring me this whole time on the trip, and you're sitting here over here with other people all up on them. And let me tell you a little background between him and Sasha's relationship. They were supposedly friends the whole time, but the way, if you would have saw them, and some people who do know what I'm talking about, when you saw them, you would have thought they were dating. Like, they were very handsy and very, like, hands-on and just very PDA. And he was always in her face. So you have to understand, for me to sit here and you just broke up with me, and for me to sit here and watch you in that girl's face, and you're ignoring me, the person you're staying in the room with, it was just really, it was a lot. And then, y'all, this is just a mini rant. I just personally feel like it's really hard getting in relationships with friends you had in the past. Because I knew this boy since 7th grade. And it's just crazy that Robert would sit here, flip around, and do some crazy stuff to me like this and trifling. Okay, y'all? Because I'm still on the fact that he could have waited till the end of the trip to do that, or when we got back home. Like, why you had to sit there and do it in North Carolina, right? So yeah, he was blatant ignoring me, and we had went out to eat. And at the time, y'all, back then I didn't have a good, I want to say a good, like, control of my emotions when it came to certain things. So I was walking out a lot, and I was just mostly depressed. I was kind of depressed that whole trip, right? So I was kind of depressed that whole trip. So after we ate and stuff, I know there was one point that we came back to the Airbnb, and I was just chilling. We came back to the Airbnb, and I was just chilling at the time, and I think some people had ran out. And I had got dressed to take some pictures, because I was going to take pictures on this trip. So here comes Bud. So let me give you a little more background on Bud. So this was like, I want to say this was a starting point of our friendship for real. I had seen him prior to this trip, but I've never actually hang out with Bud until now. So I can't remember if I told him exactly what happened or not. I probably did. I don't know how he found out. He probably did. I'm not sure. But I just want to say props to you. I gotta give him his flowers. He was the main person that was lifting my spirits when I was going through that. Like, the whole trip, if I didn't want to do something, he made me get up. Like I said, I was chilling in the house, and after he took my pictures for me, after he took my pictures and stuff, we were playing with the basketball and stuff like that, and he was purely just trying to cheer me up after that foolishness, right? So fast forward, y'all. So it's the night of the second day, right? So this night, I decide to drink some apple juice, y'all. And then back then, I didn't really drink a lot of apple juice back then. I didn't really do that. So I don't really know what it is, but I've learned, and this is like a pure example of it, when your emotions are skyrocketing and high, like when they're really high up there and you're highly emotional, you should not partake in apple juice or anything else, because I feel like I just feel like it heightens that emotion, and I feel like it just leads to bad things. And this is what it did. Lead to a bad thing. But y'all, let me tell y'all about this, because this part, it's about me, but I wasn't really there per se. Like, I wasn't mentally there, but the people around me were, and I remember some of it, but I remember all of it. So yeah, y'all, let me tell y'all about this foolishness, y'all, because it's finna get crazy. So I was drinking apple juice, and at one point, if I'm not mistaken, we had, like I said, we had it downstairs. So at one point, I went downstairs looking for Robert at the time to see where he was, right? And you know, when you're partaking in that apple juice, it's just like, I want to be with who I'm here with. And the thing is, like, I took care of you. I would assume that you take care of me, but that's not what happened. So yeah, I fell down the stairs. Once again, I don't even remember this, but they told me, and I believe it. I fell down the stairs, y'all. I fell down the stairs, and I guess that fall to the stairs is when everything went crazy. So I fell down the stairs. And like I said, me and Bud were really cool at the time, and he knew I was upset, and he was around me, and he was trying to help me. Y'all, so when I was in the stairwell, Bud came to come help me, and I kissed the boy. I kissed him in the stairway. I did. I remember that vaguely, but I remember that it happened, and then we'll have a talk about it later. But yes, I kissed him on the stairwell, and then after, if he helped me up, whatever. After that, immediately he helped me up, and I threw up on his foot. I threw up on his foot. I'm glad I didn't see any of this, but it happened. I threw up on his foot. And him being the good person that he is, he helped me the whole time. You would expect, okay, y'all, somebody throw up on your foot, I understand why you're mad. I get that. I get it. So I threw up on his foot, and immediately he's trying to still help me. Like, immediately he's still trying to help me. He's trying to help me clean up and stuff like that. And he helped me get to the bathroom. So I guess everybody else in the house found out that I had threw up and I wasn't feeling well and I was kind of out of it. So Robert comes up here. He comes up the stairs, and you know what this, y'all, instead of helping me like, you know, a decent human being would, he started yelling at me, y'all. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at me hard down. He was really upset, in my face, yelling everything. He was upset. He was yelling at me. He was trying to force, once again, y'all, I was out of it off of this apple juice. He was trying to, and I could not like pertain or even do anything personally. And he was trying to force me to clean it up. Right? And me and him, he's yelling at me. Me and him are hard down arguing. Because I was like, F you, F this. And I'm going to sit here and take care of you, but you're not sitting here to take care of me. And all this, y'all. It was ruckus. It was ruckus. And then as he's yelling at me, and once again, I'm yelling at him a little bit, but once again, I'm still out of it. So it's an argument, but it's just majority of him yelling. Right? So because he was yelling at me, remember Callie, Sasha's best friend? Callie started having a panic attack because he was yelling so much. She started having a panic attack. So while he's yelling at me, trying to get me right, well, he tried. I don't even know what that was. He's yelling at me, quote unquote, trying to get me right. She's having a panic attack. Everybody's trying to calm her down. Then you got Bud. You got Bud upset because he's yelling at me. He got Bud upset because he's yelling at me. Because it was just like, it was Bud, my best friend, and her little yeah were upset that he was yelling at me. Because of the simple fact, why are you yelling at her? Right? So
it's me again. I just want to say, for one, when you're dealing with people who are under that apple juice influence, you're not supposed to yell at them. You're not supposed to yell at them. You're not supposed to do that, because that causes more harm than helping. And for two, I just want to say, I didn't save that boy from getting his butt beat too many times because I'm a good person. You know how many people wanted to fight him over me?
Not over you.
Be for real. Like, be for real. I saved him too many times, but
Too many times.
I should have let him hit it. I should just let him, something like that. I don't even know.
At the time, it was just a lot going on. It was just a lot going on. From like I said, I wasn't really there, so I don't know how the situation de-escalated, but I do remember somebody helping me in my room and me laying down. And after I had threw up, because y'all, once you throw up, pretty much like it helps and you get back like to regular. So once I threw up and stuff, I was in my bed, but I was still active. Like I was still up, I was still talking, I was still active. So after that, I think they let a trash can out of my bed, and then I went to sleep. Right. So I woke up the next day. And basically, like I said, some of this stuff is from an account of the people and them telling me. So everybody was telling me basically what was happening and what was going on. Once again, y'all, I was emotionally just not there. I'll just be honest with y'all. I was emotionally just not there because of all. Cause y'all, it's a lot of story times I have on this relationship by itself, but I was just not emotionally there. I was physically just hurt. From him breaking up with me, and from me feeling the way I was feeling. Because at the time, like I said, he was ignoring me, he wasn't talking to me, and after him yelling at me and stuff the night before, and him treating the way he did, I just really wasn't there. So like I said, Bud helped me a lot. So everybody was basically explaining what happened, right? So this day, after we had got ready, well, I took a shower and stuff, and I wanted to lay in the bed, y'all. I didn't want to go anywhere. I wanted to lay in the bed. I didn't want to go anywhere, and I wanted to lay in the bed. So my best friend and Bud really helped me get out the bed and go, because we went to an arcade. I can't remember the arcade in North Carolina it was, but we went to an arcade. We went to arcade and stuff. We had fun though. I had fun. We went to arcade. We took some pictures, and I think we went go-kart. I think we went go-kart racing and stuff like that. So that was fun or whatever, but still feeling down. So y'all, everything happened mostly at night. So the nighttime comes again. And this time, the nighttime comes again. And y'all, like I said, I'm kind of summarizing this. We only stayed like 4 or 3 nights. So, and I'm telling you the main parts of the trip. So this night was, I want to say, the night I'm finna talk about was like the last night of the trip. We had came from getting food and stuff again, and we went to the go-kart thing. We took pictures. So this was last night. So everybody, of course, this is the last night. Everybody wanted to have fun and turn up and all this. Cool. And everybody was getting ready to go. So it was cool. I did not partake in apple juice. I was chilling. So throughout this whole time period, I have been texting him a lot. I was blowing up his phone a lot because he wouldn't talk to me in person, and I was just blowing up his phone. So he finally is in there, and we're talking. And like I said, I was emotionally just like all over the place. And I'm trying to explain to him what was going on. I did tell him that I kissed Bud or whatever. I did explain that to him. And he was like, he knew that or something. But, y'all, this boy used to gaslight me. I don't know exactly. I really think it's gaslighting. This boy used to gaslight me. Because he used to pretend he knew stuff he didn't know. Like, he used to, like, some stuff, it's just no way that you knew. He used to pretend to know stuff that he didn't know. He used to gaslight me a lot, y'all. Like, when I felt bad about something, well, that's your problem. Like, you're the issue. That type of thing. So, we were arguing stuff like that. And, y'all, I'm not going to take away from anybody's emotions. We both were sitting there crying about the situation. It was just a lot. And, we were just crying, and then we were just having to talk about everything that was happening. I can't vaguely remember what the talk was about, but he was crying, I was crying. It was just a very emotional thing. So he was like, I think he stepped out, and he was like, I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back. And he was just really upset. So after a while, I'm sitting in the room crying, y'all. I'm bawling. I'm not going to lie to you, y'all. I'm in the room crying, bawling, everything. Just sitting here crying and bawling. So I was finna leave, y'all. That night I was finna leave. I had went out the steps and stuff. I was crying. Y'all know that heart-wrenching, back-hurting, hair-pulling type of cry? Like, do y'all understand? I was sobbing. It wasn't even a cute little cry. I was sitting here plain blown sobbing. So I went outside to get fresh air, but I really was finna grab my keys and I was finna leave. I don't know where I was finna go in this bear-infested, hilltop, could have been snatching area by myself, but I wanted to leave. And A and B saw me. And they pushed me not to leave and stuff like that. And it was like, you need to so. Y'all, like I said, A and B are not really in this story. But my thing is, let me talk about this as a whole. I'm going on another rant. Y'all, it was so much stuff that happened on this trip that people were bystanders to. I just want to be honest. I understand the whole thing of we're going to mind our business because it's not our relationship. But I feel like it's a thing for minding other people's business and giving me the support as your friend that I needed. Because I know for a fact everybody on that trip could physically see that I was not there for it and I was emotionally drained. And the only people that checked on me was Bud, my friend Lil Yeah, my best friend, and that was it. So that's another thing. And to be honest with you, me and my best friend and Bud wasn't that close at the time. Like, we weren't locked in like we are now. So yeah, she was checking on me, but it was another thing of mind your business, which I understand, but she still was asking. But Bud was the main one on that trip who had my back that whole time, and I just felt that was kind of weird for me to just meet this boy and he's automatically on my side and y'all didn't give me no type of support. But when you're around people who say that they're your friends and they're really not, that's what you get. So like I said, I don't have no beef with none of these people, and I purely wish the best and God bless. But at the end of the day, that was just some trifling stuff all around. Trifling. And one thing I hate, y'all, trifling shit. I just want to be honest. One thing I hate, y'all, trifling shit. I just want to say. Anyway. So yeah, I went to sleep. He didn't come back up. He was supposed to come back up and talk to me, but he didn't. So when I was calling him and stuff, I didn't know where he was. He didn't come back up. All right, y'all. So like I said, this was last night. So we get in the morning. Everybody's up, moving. I'm still kind of upset, but it's time to, we got to check out. So we up, moving, trying to get everything together. So my best friend goes downstairs. She goes downstairs and she sees something, right? So here's the thing. She went to go tell her first instead of me because she knew, y'all, this boy was in the bed with Sasha. He was in the bed with Sasha. And let me tell y'all something. He was in the bed with Sasha, right? And when I walked in, because she came to my room and said something, she was like, you need to go downstairs or something. But she was being cryptic. And I was already upset. So I was just like, what are you talking about? So I walked in her room and her little yeah told me. I was like, what? Y'all, let me not even try to put up a front for y'all. I was crying. I was a little upset, but I started crying. I'm not gonna lie, I started crying. I was a soft girl back then. I started crying, y'all. I was sad. Dang. Not everybody can be tough and rough and tough all the time. I can't do that. I was sad. I started crying, y'all. And then by our laundry thing upstairs, it was like a vent. It's like a vent you could look down into the basement and see who down there, and I saw them. So y'all, when I say, I was like, she was taking down a pillow. She was taking down some pillows. I was like, so you need to take these pillows down? You need to take them downstairs. Got you. I'm gonna take them downstairs for you. So I went downstairs and he's walking up. I said, yeah, I threw that. Yeah, I threw that pillow so hard. I was like, I can't remember what I said, but I cussed him out. I was like, bow, right? So I go in the room, y'all. So I was crying, but I'm upset now. I'm heated. So I'm packing all his stuff. I'm pushing out the room. Packing all his stuff, pushing out the room. I was like, hey, whoever in my car, we finna go. So I'm packing all his stuff, I pushed it out the room. I put in the thing, I locked the door, closed it, right? So I'm packing all my stuff up. I'm mad, y'all. I'm mad. And y'all, I'm sitting here in my room throwing stuff around, but I should have went and got that girl. We should have been tussling. Honestly, I should have fought both of them. No violence here. I don't like violence. But I should have beat them up. Period. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, I'm in my room. I'm throwing stuff around. I'm throwing everything around. Throwing stuff around. The door is locked. So he knocks. He comes in and he sit there and try to explain Well, he's sitting there asking me what's wrong because I didn't say anything. I was like I said, y'all, we were arguing. I don't remember the contents of the argument, but just know we were arguing. And for some reason, somehow, y'all, and I'm disappointed in this, I shouldn't even be saying this, I forgave him. He lied to me about something. I think what he said was he went down there and was crying, and he was just laying there, and they were on the opposite bed, and she was comforting him. Yeah, it was a lie, but at the time I took it. I took it like a piece of cake. I ate it up like ice cream. I ate it up like ice cream with a piece of cake on the side. No, matter of fact, I ate it up like a brownie with an ice cream scoop on the front, on the top of it. I ate it up like that. I ate it up like that, y'all. I didn't even get no seconds. Yeah, back then, I don't know why. I was very gullible. I'm naive, y'all. I used to just believe everything that was handed to me. Everything that was just handed to me on the plate, I ate it. Ate it up like Sunday's dinner. Some way, somehow, y'all, I forgave him, and I shouldn't have. Y'all. I shouldn't have. So, I shouldn't have. So, we ended up arguing, but we ended up being done. And some way he was able to escalate me, and we were cool. Or whatever, I guess you would say. And y'all, the funny part about it, remember I said I was pushing out his suitcases? Remember, y'all, I said I was pushing out, I was throwing his stuff out, and I had it by the wall. And I was telling the people in my car, I was like, we leaving? Y'all need to pack up because we finna go. My best friend started packing the car, and she put his suitcases in my car. Don't get me wrong, I get the intent, because she was like, oh, I thought these were yours. But y'all, that made me madder. I was like, girl, they're not my suitcases. You know what my suitcases look like? But yeah, y'all. And so I was able to just get escalated, but I was still upset, y'all. At that point, I was just ready to go. Then the thing, y'all, so that happened. So tell me why we had cooked breakfast. Me and my best friend had cooked breakfast, and the help of other people, we cooked breakfast. So after that, we was cooking breakfast and stuff. We was trying to finish out the rest of the food. We clean up all that, right? We cooked breakfast, and these ungrateful souls left and went and got food, and they didn't eat it. Nobody ate anything. We cooked all that food, and nobody took a plate. That was frustrating too. So yeah, so so that happened. We cleaned up and everything. Everybody was cool. So the plan was to leave out, and we were going to go to the mall or something, but I can't remember what happened. I think we were supposed to go to the mall or the flea market. I'm not sure which one. So we had left everything. Everybody's in the car packed up. So we're on the way to the mall or whatever. I can't remember which one it was. We're on the way to the mall. So it's raining. Yeah, this is where this is where it gets juicy, y'all. It was raining. And Robert was a big speeder. He was a big speeder. Y'all, tell me why. And you know when it rains, the road is wet. And you know what you can do? Hydroplane. Spin out. Hit stuff if you're going too fast. This boy had to be going about 100. Y'all, let me tell you something. So I was in the car behind him. I wasn't driving my car. My friend Lil Yeah was, and that's okay. We was behind the car. When I said, and he had this, I'm not gonna tell you his car. He had a car. Let's just say he had a sedan. Yeah. We are driving, and all of a sudden, the car spins. It's spinning, y'all. I've never seen an actual car spin in life. It was a wall on the other side. So, if you're going this way, it's this road. And if you're going this way, it's this side of the road. He spins all the way out to the other side of the road and almost hits the wall that's on the side of that road. He almost hits the wall. Yeah, so we all stopped. Y'all, I'm a caring soul. I was so sad. I thought they were finna die. I was like, oh my God, help them. And it was a lot. They were okay, even though they were okay, but they could have, his car could have slightly touched the wall. I still want them alive, but that car could have slightly touched the wall. Let's be for real. But God was on their side. Love God for that. love God, period. Maybe not for that, but love him, period. But yeah, they fit or whatever. I think his tire went out. So at that point, I was just ready to go, y'all. His tire went out, so we had to sit there. We had to call the police. I think, we had to call the police, or either we called the police or the police saw us. The police saw us on the road. So we were talking to the police officers and stuff like that. They had to turn around and go get a new tire, so we had to stop. And that was just a whole issue. Y'all, at that point, I was ready to go. So we left. Yeah, I care, but not that much. I left them. Yeah, we left them. I was like, let's go ahead and wrap this up and go. And we left them. So, and that was the end of the trip, y'all. Y'all, I just want to I'm gonna put more stories out about him, but I just want to make this, I just want to talk about it, y'all. I just want to go on my little soapbox for a minute, y'all. When you're in, and I said this before, when you're in a certain relationship and you have put all your effort into it, sometimes it's better to just let go. And I wish I knew that at the time, and I wish I would have avoided some of the stuff, some of the many things this boy put me through that I could have avoided, because he treated me bad. And for y'all, I just don't understand how this boy broke up with me on the first day. I took care of him that day. The next day, he yelling and screaming at me. And then the next day, you in the bed with another female? Yeah, I got treated like years old baloney. Chopped liver. Call me chopped liver. Because y'all don't include me. But, yeah. So, yeah, y'all, that is the end of the story, y'all. I know it was a lot. And I hope you can catch up. I hope you can keep up. Yes, y'all, that was the horrible trip. The horrible. Had to be the very worst trip I ever went on. Very worst trip I ever went on. In North Carolina, y'all. And that's it. Thank you for joining me for this horrific part of my life. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you're commenting, and subscribing. And I will see y'all next time.